So the cabin build here, we got well, the walls up, the rafters up, the roof boarded in, and then we put a big tarp over top and tied that down. So that takes away the pressure from the snow getting in the cabin and keeps the snow out, and will allow me to continue hopefully to work inside the cabin and outside over the winter. But at least now I have a place inside I can keep my tools, and I can work from the inside. I might be able to get together something so I can keep warm sort of inside the cabin and keep going through the winter. So the channel is sort of me and some family members who are helping me out along the way to build this cabin. But we got the idea that we'd put it on YouTube because at least part of the inspiration for doing it came from other people on YouTube, and a lot of the skill set that I've been able to assemble, let's say, comes from watching people do similar things on YouTube. So we got the idea that we would put this on YouTube and see how it goes. And like early on, you know, you've got your few followers who are mostly people you know or your family. And then you picked up a few more followers after we continued to put out videos. And then maybe a week or a little longer ago, a guy that I've been following for a while, whose channel is called Great Plains Craftsman, and we'll put his link in our description. I tuned into his channel, I was watching his video completely unaware, and partway into the start of his video he's talking about our Peniac Wilderness channel. And this is a guy, I believe he's in the States and not particularly close to here, but he was watching our channel and saying that there's something we're doing that he found interesting. And I'd been watching his channel all along and learning from him, because he has a similar sawmill and has projects that probably beyond my skill level, but things that I might be interested in trying someday. So anyway, that was really special to see that, and then in the bigger picture, just the whole YouTube community of people sort of, whether it's off-grid or cabin building or simplified living or whatever, has been sort of a neat community to tap into. And then even just the comments from people who either send me emails or comment on the videos of their own experiences, either having done this in the past or currently doing it. So that's kind of been special. And I get some emails and things, so it's really, there's a whole community of people in the YouTube world, as well as a community of people, say, from my family and the local area that I'm from, who've helped along. And yeah, so that's been kind of a special experience, let's say. My plans for the winter, kind of in no particular order, but I think I'll work on getting the gable end built on the back of the cabin, and on the front of the cabin, I guess I could call it kind of a gable end porch thing that I'm hoping to build. So I'm trying that. I might maybe be able to start cutting the framing for my doors and windows, and potentially even put in a door on the front and back and windows on the sides. I still don't have windows yet, so I'll have to do some shopping around on the internet for those, or find them at some yard sale or something. But yeah, so windows, doors, the gable ends, and then maybe if there's a good stretch of warm weather, finishing the roof. So my plan there is to, so it's boarded in now, is to frame in some insulation, like styrofoam style insulation, strap that, and then put metal roofing on top. So those are all possible things I'll work on over the winter. And then as for when I think the cabin will be probably something that never really finishes in a sense, but I would like to be able to, not this winter, but next winter, have it so that I could, you know, comfortably be here and spend long periods of time and that sort of thing. I don't think over the winter that I'll be building any outbuildings, but eventually, yeah, that would be my plan, is probably a wood shed / tool shed and an outhouse. As for the gaps in the cabin, like one of the things over the winter I'd like to be able maybe to do this winter is just to be inside and kind of warm. So there's a few options. One, I was thinking of putting some sort of insulation in between. But the other option I thought was just covering the camp with tarps, maybe to keep the wind out so that I could get some warmth inside. But I haven't thought that out fully yet, so I'm not sure what I'll do. Maybe just like a propane space heater, might be easy enough to do. But it's only going to stay warm inside if I get the gable ends closed in, because right now any heat's just going to go up and out. But if I get those closed in this winter, then I could look at covering in the gaps temporarily, and I could have a sort of warm spot anyway to work in.